Access Sacramento presents Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community, Folsom Lake Honda.
High school basketball going full blast here in early mid-January, and tonight's action out in Elk Grove is part of that, as Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week, bringing you the nightcap of our twin bill here at Laguna Creek High School, where the boys are taking center stage and the host Cardinals entertaining the visiting McClatchy Lions. Hello and welcome to the Cardinals Nest, along with Lauren Goodman. I'm Will James. We welcome you aboard. And tonight's matchup of some interest. In the recent Cordova tournament, we had a good look at McClatchy and them starting to put the pieces together under Coach Greer. But this is our first look now at Coach Gill's ball club. A lot of surprises in store for us.
Yes, there is. This is going to be a new team. Obviously, we saw McClatchy, but there's also been some mix-up because McClatchy got a win over Kennedy on Tuesday night. So now things have been shuffled up, and Laguna Creek has been pretty much the nail breaker within this conference in the last couple of years. So these two teams are battling it out for that 4th and 5th spots, and the boys' side for sure will get 5, maybe even 6 if these two teams can play up.
Well, there's the last outings, and McClatchy forged a tremendous victory against Kennedy High, that 1-point win as you see there on top. But the Cardinals fell to that excellent Mustang ball club.
Yes, the Mustangs have got a raging freshman, but the defense was key in that victory. And the freshman, Lewis, he can score at will, but to keep it within that range, I feel like they may have a good opportunity to come back in the second time when they play at Monterey, and it could be a good ball game.
Now, this matchup has favored the Cardinals in recent games. In fact, they have swept last year. They took 2 from McClatchy, and one of their few holdovers from that group was the driving force in both of those victories last year.
Oh, yeah. Laguna Creek was not a team to play with last year. Got an opportunity to see them a couple times, and they dominated over McClatchy. Wong with 20, Drake with 19. Good balance on the top in the first game, and then in the second game, Drake said, hey, this is my show. 28 points over the Cards, and that can't happen.
He sure did, and not surprisingly, he's one of the impact players that probably holds a heavy bearing on the outcome of tonight's game.
Well, we've already got an opportunity to see the Lions on the other side. Jamil, he's so good as a freshman, actually hit the game-winning shot against Kennedy the other night. Martinez is really scrappy on that wing, gets an opportunity to score. And then McCurdy coming off in that lineup in the impact player is really impactful as far as his intangibles and his ability to score as well. So he might be a surprise. But over on the other side for the Cardinals, they got Marr coming in really big, was a key factor in last year's offense and how they ran. Then we got to know where Drake is at all times. He can really light it up. Another one of those fantastic scorers that we have in the city.
It'll be fun to see him for the first time. He has left his mark, and that's how we have this table set for you in tonight's nightcap. The boys taking center stage. McClatchy versus Laguna Creek up next on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Stay with us. Welcome aboard. We're just about set for the nightcap of our doubleheader coverage. The McClatchy boys taking on host Laguna Creek. With Lauren Goodman, I'm Will James. Nice to have you with us, and let's take a look at the keys in tonight's second game.
Well, both teams are pretty balanced, but they're going to have to be patient within the offense. I think when they take their time and don't really try to go array or fast, they get really good buckets. Both teams have pretty good sets, so that's going to be really important. And then coming in for the second key, defensive pressure. One thing that I want to see change in the girls' game, but in the boys' game, applying that pressure and attacking the ball. And then last but not least, being able to minimize unforced turnovers. There's a difference when teams are applying pressure and making you turn the ball over, but those little bonehead plays, they're going to have to keep those down if they want to be successful in the game tonight.
Yes, the turnovers always factoring large, as they did in our first game. And what a game it was, a 59-55 Laguna Creek victory over number 1 McClatchy. That should make headlines. Well, let's take a look at the NCOA appointees to keep this game fair and square, and we recognize them. Brian Broadway, our game referee to the left, and Tom Young, the umpire in tonight's contest. And both coaches eager for a victory tonight, but perhaps even more so for Coach Anton Greer of McClatchy. A win tonight would give the Lions a 500 record in league and overall.
Yes, they need to get a win tonight. And this team is really young and really, he talked about them when I got an opportunity to just talk to him right now. He said his team is really young and they're still learning. Bonehead mistakes even in that Kennedy game, like fouling the best three-point shooter when they didn't need to and lucked up. I think when you take those immaturity mistakes away, you can have a different ball club, and that's where he sees his team could be.
Well, there's your starting five for Anton Greer's 9-10 McClatchy Lions, 1-2 in league. That victory, a one-pointer over Kennedy earlier this week. Now for head coach Mike Gill and the Cardinals, they're playing a little shorthanded tonight. They've had some illness in their roster, so let's take a look at their five. Josh Marr and assist leader Albison, with Drake, Radford, and Sumatani.
Even with the drop-off, though, Laguna is ready to play, really aggressive as they're coming in. And we got to know where Caleb Jake is at all time. I know he's going to be coming in really athletic, really long, and he's going to be the difference maker tonight. If they don't know where he is at all times, it's going to be a problem.
No doubt. I mean, they have to keep an eye on him, as will we. This crowd really fired up right now. It hasn't really lost any of the zest, maybe a wee bit, from that girls' game, but I'm glad to see that the support has remained here.
Absolutely. I think if you're a Cardinal right now, you're excited, you're happy, you're still cheering for your team. Obviously, the McClatchy girls for sure are out, and they're very emotional after this game. But for the coaches at the table right now, we got from McClatchy, Antoine Greer in his 4th year trying to get over that 500 mark. And then for the home Cardinals, we have Mike Gill in his 6th year really trying to put the pieces together and shake up the Metro.
Well, the eager Cardinals on the floor already, wearing their home whites trimmed in the maroon, and visiting McClatchy now takes the court with their road reds trimmed in white.
Still very shocking to see McClatchy in red and not in maroon, but
it is.
It's 2020.
That's right, it is, huh? Okay, Tom Young has the basketball at center court. Both players tap it. It's taken on the run. Going to the foul line with some excellent hustle, Devonnie Radford.
And he came out blazing after he caught that basketball.
A foul called on Demetrius Ramsey in the opening seconds. So we'll see what kind of a touch Radford has from the foul line, off target on number 1. Important to get off to a good start. Both these teams trying to get out in front, and he misses a pair. Good rebounding position taken there by Bacchus. And up the floor come the Lions. A tap away on the drive, but look how quick that was. Turnover, loose ball, players on the deck, and the Cardinals have it. Kick out from the trailer. Jump shot missed. Nice rebounding effort right there by Vacas.
Vacas can rebound really well. He's going to have to do that all night because it seems like he's going to have a battle down there in the low top. And we see a switching man by the Cardinals right now. Switching everything. Makes sense.
Martinez. Sweet bank shot. He impressed us a lot at the Cordova tournament.
Yes, he did. Just a sophomore, but he is really talented. And just surprising enough, they got all these pieces. McClatchy's always had a couple players and ballers over there, but this is a really good group that Coach Greers has.
Attacked. A whistle and a foul on the drive by Radford. So Vacas picks up the blocking foul. 2 team fouls now on C.K. Mack. And back to the stripe. Devonnie Radford, where he missed a couple up there just a short time ago.
Make the adjustment. Good job. And he's attacking hard. Got a nice sized body, which is why Laguna's had so much difficulty. These aren't any, bums at all over here in Laguna. He makes 2. He has really good size, and he's probably going to be a problem all night because McClatchy is very thin, and he has an advantage. He's just going to have to capitalize off of it.
2-2 tie early on. A slap away on the drive-in shot by Pongyan, but McClatchy will keep the rock here. Just a little over a minute into the ball game here, and still a wonderful crowd on hand. Jay on the way, sweet money, Ramsey.
Ramsey also was impressive too the last time we seen him, and that was a good, pretty shot all net.
5-2, deep J, short. And a whistle on the play as Radford missed from outside. Mike Gill up off that Cardinals bench.
And surprisingly enough, the Cardinals, boys and girls, they got a lot of length and size. Really big physical team on both ways.
Catch and shoot, drained by Caleb Drake, their top player. That was beautiful.
Shot that with ease.
5-4, McClatchy by 1.
Like the patience by McClatchy, they're going to have to take advantage of it, but then there you go to travel. Sometimes the press may not get stops, but it also can force you to do ill-advised things like travel and double dribble, and that was a good play.
Vacas with the shuffle, 2 turnovers now for McClatchy. We played 2 minutes, a 5-4 Lions lead, but it's Laguna Creek up the floor, down by 1. Drake into the post. Bank shot missed, but it's a whistle and a foul as Sumatani will get himself to the stripe.
Nice patience. I like how he got the up fake, took his time, then went back up for the contact.
Second foul on Ramsey.
Not surprised. It's a mismatch down there, unnecessarily jumping. He's a frail guy, and they're taking advantage of the mismatch in their size.
Ramsey will sit down, disgruntled. And McKinney checks in. Second of 2 upcoming for Sumatani. 0 for 2, a clanker, long rebound, out of bounds. And they're going to give this to Laguna Creek. I think McKinney's thinking on that was he couldn't get to it to save it, so he just played it as if it was last touched by Laguna. So they've got the rock, though. Tapped away from Drake. Good quickness there by Ahmad Martinez. So Caleb Drake to inbound from the corner, defended there by Martinez. Albison, the assist leader on this club, gives it to Drake. Drive on Martinez, up with a jumper. Down! A deep deuce.
Whoa, whoa now.
Full speed up the floor. Pongyan, a missed layup, and Drake boards it. He leads them in every department. Radford, wild, but sticks it in.
And Coach Greer calls a timeout immediately. Makes sense.
30-second timeout. So McClatchy needs to talk it over. They call the time, and it comes at the 5:18 early in the ball game, but they're down 3, and it happens suddenly with those back-to-back buckets.
Very quickly. But too much fouling, too many fouls. Stop fouling, take your time, and you're going to see boxing out is going to be another key part of tonight's game. McClatchy's just very undersized and smaller in that low post area. And on the other side, Laguna Creek is attacking the basket very well after missed shots. So they're going to have to find a balance and toughen it out. You can't, as we saw in the last game, you can't give up easy boards like that because it may be the difference maker in the game.
So Coach Gill stays with his starting 5 after 3 minutes of action. Pongyan to inbound, and does. Bounce it into McKinney. Martinez to Pongyan. Taking their time with this extended pressure. Marr pressures up the sideline. I guess they're allowing a turnover there. How about that? Wow.
Very strange play, but never stop. That's my motto. Never stop on a play. Don't give the ref an opportunity to stop you from play.
Radford against McKinney. This is Marr. Drake working hard. Turnaround Jay. Money. Caleb Drake.
Whoa.
10-5 Laguna Creek. This is Martinez now. Let's see what the Lions can do with this possession. At a point in the game where they could really use a bucket. Bacchus sends it on the right side. And a whistle along the baseline. Radford there defensively. Brian Broadway with the call.
Brian Broadway always keeps it straight and narrow, like where he's always clear. You see Coach Gill looking on. A little bit of reach, a little bit of contact. 90% of the time I trust Broadway, so if he calls it, it must be legit.
I agree with all that. So here's another look at the play.
Baseline drive, a lot of contact, easy call, and in the low hand. Left hand was up, right hand was on the hip.
Wow, Martinez is nothing but net on his 2 free throws. He's got 4 points in the game, and it trims the deficit to 1. 8-7 Laguna Creek here as we near midway first.
Keeping it close and sweet. If you're a Lion, Cardinals want to extend.
Bank shot kissed in beautifully by Albazan.
Good strong drive, and you see they come right back with the press, put Drake at the top. A lot of length to try to get by.
Pongyan, lateral pass there to McKinney.
And they're doing a reverse flash, but they got to have the flash there immediately because now look.
Here's
turnover.
a steal. Marr, the run out, no good, but the follow kissed in beautifully by Drake.
Drake's already at 8. Might get scared.
Well, last year he dropped an 18 and a 28 on the Lions. He's on his way for another one. Baseline hook is missed. Follow up. Just missed, but Martinez active on the offensive glass.
Martinez just at that 6'2", 6'3" frame, but he has a lot of leaping ability, and that helped him out on that one.
A miss on number 1 after he had buried 2 free throws a short while ago. TJ Rayford, 15, is checked into the ball game at a post position. Number 2, got it. 1 out of 2 for Martinez. 14-8. Radford, drive on Bacchus, banks it home.
Drug the foot.
Okay.
A little drag, maybe even a little carry before that one actually went in. So
Pongyan blows through the defense, and his pass inside stolen away. Turnover, McClatchy. Drake active. Fouled on the drive. Well, Caleb Drake has got my vote.
Lions foul number 5.
Well, you can't guard him. He's extremely too big right now with his ability to be stopped.
Free throw is nothing but net. And here's a look at the play.
And just a little bump. That might have been a no call for me, but the 6-foot sophomore is playing really big right now. This is why I feel like the sophomore class might be one of the best in the city.
16-8 after the 2 Drake free throws. Up the sideline, shaky pass, but they break the pressure. Martinez now kicks out. Back rim no on the long J, taken that time by Miles. Follow-up missed, but McClatchy hustling on the offensive end.
Now it just came from that side. Get it out of that corner.
Gemini White fouled on the drive.
White was another one of those guards that Coach Greer is looking on right now, talking to his sophomore point guard.
No good on number 1. Let's take a look at the drive. Here comes Gemini White.
Just cut across the middle, a lot of hands on top.
Drake called for the foul. It's his first. Number 2 free throw. Back rim, no. Bobbled, but grabbed by Drake. 0 for 2 from there. For White, they could have used some free throws.
Especially while the time wasn't moving.
Drake hits another 3-ball from way out there. Putting on a show. 19-8, back at the other end. Martinez has a shot blocked by Radford. And a turnover at the other end. Let's take a look at Caleb Drake.
Just off the dribble. This sophomore, I got to see him play last year a little bit, but he played the Titans and it was a different game. But right now he's showing me a lot of skill, a lot of growth and development, and he seems like he's on fire. Laguna might have a gem in him.
He's got 13 points in the quarter.
That's a problem. That means he can potentially score 40 in the game.
Marr back to Drake. He fires from outside and misses off the glass. Look at this rebounding, bobbled away. And here's Rayford battling with Miles. Foul on Rayford. Head coach Gill disappointed on the call, but probably satisfied with the effort.
Yeah, some of those plays you got to give up, but as a coach, you got to say something about it.
Gemini White fouled by Rayford. 2 fouls in 15 seconds. Non-shooting. Ramsey back into the ball game for McClatchy. They'll inbound from the baseline near the corner. Ramsey will send it in. There's 1:59 left here in the first. It's been mostly Laguna Creek early on, led by Caleb Drake. Drive it strong. Pongyan fouled on the drive. Marr and Drake were there.
Cardinals foul number 3, Josh Marr.
Marr called for the foul, his first. 6 fouls now on Laguna, 5 against McClatchy. Pongyan at the stripe, and they need his offense. Good on number 1.
He's really a scoring threat, but he also is learning and developing how to be the point guard and run the show and really find his groove, but he's definitely a scoring threat for McClatchy, and he's got to get going. 1
out of 2. 10-point McClatchy lead at 19-9. Off the bench, southpaw dribble. Now we got Drake handling. 0-0. Coleman handling for the Cardinals. Drake, short. He follows his own, misses the follow. And Rayford knocked it away from him, but he gathers anyway. Inside, look out. A bucket. Cashed in by Marcus Johnson. 21-9, a minute 5 left. Big first quarter for the Cardinals. Baseline drive by Gemini White. Right side, left hand.
Gemini White. He's so sparky and electric like that. I like when he comes off the bench. He plays really well. This kid has a bright future.
Marr on top handling. It's been an excellent quarter for the host Cardinals. 40 seconds left in the frame. Break up, Gemini White. Drake's after him. Down! And Rayford fouled him. Was it Rayford or was it Coleman? Let's see here. It's Coleman. We'll take a look.
Gemini White taking the contact. No block. That was a lot of strength to hold that ball up and keep it in play and make the layup.
That was a big bucket by White, trying to complete a three-point play and trim that deficit, which is now 21-13. He missed a pair of free throws early on, but dropped that one.
Nothing like an N1 play. Get the 3 the old way.
25 seconds to go in the first. A spirited opening quarter. Laguna Creek by 7 after they had led by 11.
And a lot of adrenaline and rush from that last game. You can tell as the guys watch, they're really hyped up.
Drake, down! Caleb Drake is wearing it out. Ponyan high off the glass, and there's a buzzer ending the first.
Cardinals 24, Lions 14.
24-14 after one. Laguna Creek hot and led by Drake. We'll be right back.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie. Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Well, nice to have you with us tonight for Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. We're in the nightcap of our twin bill here at Laguna Creek High School. The boys varsity squaring off, and after one, high-scoring Laguna Creek leading at 24-14.
Got to get some defensive stops right now as we're looking at the Cardinal band. They've been keeping it lively all day for us, or all night, should I say, as we open away to the second quarter.
Well, I know one thing. I'd rather be up 10 than down 10, but we'll see how this second quarter shakes out. McClatchy, first possession here. Martinez attacks and has it blocked and grabbed. Good job there by Parrish. Drake drives it and draws the foul. Martinez called for the foul, his first. 16 fouls now on McClatchy as Drake goes to the line. He's 2 for 2 from there this evening. Make it 3 for 3.
2.
17 points
Yes, he
in
does
9
have.
minutes is crazy.
Well, you better make it 18. And he's 4 for 4 from there. 26-14. Gemini White feeds low for a layup. Beautifully done. Cashed in that time by Vakis. White with the assist.
White really getting comfortable.
Radford standing, holding ball. Now Marr swings it. Radford baseline drive on White. Kicks out. Here's Marr. In and out. Rebounding excellently that time, Vakis.
Vakis has good size to rebound. He just has to do it every play.
White beautifully advancing the basketball. Ramsey fouled on the play.
Cardinals foul number 3, Josh Marr, his second.
So Marr picks up his second foul, sending Ramsey to the stripe to shoot a couple. I really like the way White looked up the floor on that. Free throw, good. Substitution, Pongyan back in for the Lions. They go a bit smaller coming out of the ball game. Carter Miles. Ramsey misses number 2. Early second, 6:50 to go. Laguna Creek in charge. Deep jump shot drilled from deep outside by Albasan.
Albasan coming in trying to get him some impact at the top of that zone.
29-17. He's their assist leader, but he's chipped in with 5 points here in the first half. Deep J, wide right. McClatchy's going to hold on to the rock. There's Martinez. He'll inbound near side, close to the corner. 6:24 to go. Still early second. With Lauren Goodman, I'm Will James. Nice to have you with us tonight. This is the second game of our doubleheader. Girls, boys, varsities. McClatchy and Laguna Creek. Pongyan. Whistle and a foul on the drive. Albasan, maybe?
Cardinals foul number 23, Gavin.
As a small guard, Pongyan, he finds a way to get in the gaps and really cut the seams and uses that little bit of hang time as he knocks down the first to kind of get that extra little time to create that contact.
0-0, John Angelo Coleman.
While Drake takes a rest for the Cardinals, Coleman in to replace him. Pongyan, a good touch from the foul line. 1 out of 2, though, but Gemini White. Well, what are they going to do with Ramsey here? He ran that down.
I think there was
Lane
a
violation. Well, somebody stepped in too quick. Possibly Parrish. Customarily a starter, but he's had an illness this week. No good on number 2.
Ooh, and that saved Ramsey from a potential foul.
Wow, it surely did. Timeout taken
30-second timeout.
at 30 by the Cardinals. So we'll just keep it right here. We're nearing midway second, 29-18. Laguna Creek, besides the first basket of the ball game, has led since 8-7. Correction. They took the lead at 6-5.
Yeah, and they haven't looked back since.
Well, Drake's, that'd be a hard act to follow. 16 points in the first quarter is a pretty nice way to get on top.
Absolutely, I don't think he's slowing down unless the game gets too out of control or something like that. He'll be there.
Well, I've been looking to see if they're going to do anything special defensively against him after this eruption.
Got to go boxing 1, clearly. As soon as he comes back into the game, Mike got to go 2 and 3 and have somebody on the backside shadow as you go into boxing 1.
I agree with all that. Che on the way, a miss from outside. Radford follows twice and misses them both. whistle and a foul committed by Parrish.
Cardinals foul number 12, Aaron Parrish. She's first.
Well,
Team's 10.
after Coleman missed that first jumper, Radford was tough on those 2 offensive rebounds, but couldn't stick it in.
And now we're in the bonus free throws. A lot of fouls by the Cardinals.
Double bonus, Ramsey at the stripe, where he was 1 out of 2 earlier and hits the first. Head coach Anton Greer along that McClatchy bench, and 2 out of 2 for Ramsey as McClatchy comes back within 29-20. Albason sends it to Marr as we're nearing midway second. Up for the J. Albason kills a deep deuce.
Good patience, worked him a little bit, left, right, then an easy knockdown.
Back to a double-digit lead. Martinez banks it home right in the teeth of the defense.
Turned the body a little bit, leaned in, and got the N1 bucket.
Albason, the team's assist leader, and he's got 7 points in the first half. Nice job by Gemini White. However, the Cardinals will hold on to the rock with the possession arrow in their favor. As we've reached the 5-minute mark here at Laguna Creek High School, Game 2, Hometown Sports Games of the Week. Albason, very steady ball handler, good guard.
He's very solid and just patient and getting the offense going. If not, you see kick out. Looking at the clock, now you gotta go.
Drove it, Euro step, just off the glass. Here they come. Ramsey to the trailer. Deep J. Ponyan down.
Ponyan needed to see the ball go in the rim. That was good for him.
31-25, closest Mac has been in a while.
Got right back in the game. You see Coach Grill on the sideline.
Coleman a miss. Martinez. Wonder how long they're going to keep Drake on the bench. Here's the kick out.
Coming in right now.
And a charge.
And he's coming in right now, Will. As Coach Gill looks on.
I think the foul was on Ramsey. We'll wait for the call, though. 3 fouls on Ramsey. That is bad news for Lions fans as he sits down.
Ooh, they didn't want to see that one.
No, back into the ball game. Carter and Miles. He wears number 2. So Miles and Ponyan, along with Martinez, Gemini White, and post player Alexis Vakas.
I think we need a towel or.
Coach Mike Gill, exactly what you say, doing it himself. It's a mop-up job. A spill there or wet spot to be neutralized. It's been a wild one tonight here in Elk Grove at Laguna Creek High School in our opener. Number 2, Laguna Creek stopping top-ranked McClatchy in a thriller, 59-55.
Probably been scouting each other all December. And that's the only game you want to really focus on. That's the one that's circled. It's big. So now a lot of help, which is what happens in those big-time leagues. You need a lot of help from other people. Hopefully Monterey, when they play Laguna again at Monterey, it might be a different show. You never know at River City. They game plan extremely well. And Jamie Kings get the maximum out of his team. So they're probably looking for somebody else to knock them off before they come back to the Lions Den.
That's the one that should be eagerly anticipated back at the Lions Den in the rematch. Okay. Pongyan with the rock. Corner jump shot, down! Buried beautifully by Adam McCurdy. The 6'4" senior forward pops one home, and it comes at the right time for Lions fans. Radford, push off and an offensive foul.
Easy call. Big, strong kid. Hopefully he plays football here because he got nice size, but the extra forearm push-off created that play.
The Lions have pulled within 3 on this flurry. Banked home high off the glass. The G-man, Gemini White, with a huge bucket there.
And you see this pressure. Whoa. Whoa.
Anton Greer upset about that call.
Tom Young getting his nose in some mess.
Well, we've got a stoppage here, a full timeout taken by Laguna Creek. It comes at 3:23, flip side of quarter number 2, but this flurry by the Lions has pulled them within 31-30. So we're talking about a 13-2 run.
Crazy. And a lot of this has happened while Drake has been on the bench and out of the sequence, as well as maybe the motor kind of was blown. He came out so hot, so aggressively, offensively. Also want to see the defensive part. Come on, young fellas, show me if you can play defense and get some stops in this press. They're going to apply the pressure. It's just up to them to make some stops out of it and turn it over as they come back down another way.
Well, Drake will inbound far side just in front of the Laguna Creek bench. He unloaded 16 points in the first quarter, just a pair of free throws since then, but I don't recall him taking a shot from the field in the second quarter.
They gave him a rest early just to subside, and that's how McClatchy has made this run, and immediately they go to an offensive set for him to catch on the wing.
Defended by the shorter Martinez. Albison sends it to Marr. Shaky pass. Out of bounds to the Cardinals. Good defense by McCurdy there on Radford. Boy, a lively crowd here tonight all night long.
Oh, it's been a good one. And again, I love the doubleheader support. A lot of fans staying and supporting the boys as well. Coach Greer kind of getting his team in and talking about the defensive stops right now because they need to know where Drake is at all times, and you got to talk to your kids to help them out so they can know where the key players are.
Deep J. Drake short, a force. Picked up by Albison, who lays it in. Wow. As he come up big. Down the sideline. Pongyan, layup down, cashed in by McCurdy. They got fast broke from here to there on a made bucket. 33-32, back at the other end. A block, but a foul on McCurdy as he stuffed Sumatani.
I think he should have played with his hands up first before he wouldn't have got it. And it was all ball after the contact. I know Coach saw it on the backside, but too much hand before the block.
Let's take another look at it as Sumatani hits the first.
And you see bottom hand. Bottom hand touches the stomach first, then he goes up for the block.
1 out of 2, but look at this. Drake feeds low to Radford, whose shot is blocked, but another foul on McCurdy.
And they actually called that one on Carter Miles.
Wow, how about that? So Radford back to the stripe where he's had a shaky night this evening. 2 for 4, missed a pair, made a pair, now another miss. So McCurdy to the bench, played well out there. 1 out of 2 for Radford. 35-32. Travel and a turnover against Miles and the Lions.
Returning for the Lions, number 1, Demetrius Ramsey.
Wow, so Ramsey re-enters with 3 fouls, and Miles will sit down.
Coach has got a lot of trust right now, or not a lot of depth.
Coleman tied up at the baseline, just does get it in.
That was barely.
Ooh-wee. Albison steady on the floor, defended by Pongyan.
Like how he clears it out, really protective of the basketball, trying to get his team in some. Everybody needs a great point guard to run the show, and he's been very solid, impressed with what he's done so far.
He sure has. To Coleman, foul line runner, got it.
John Angelo Coleman.
37-32, Gemini White down! High off the glass with the sweet spin. Nothing but net. Coleman tied up. Turnaround jump shot missed. Rebound comes off. Controlled by Coleman. Drake now against Martinez.
Like Martinez defended him. Got a lot of spark in his step. Any guy's bounce so he can guard him if he tries to go to the rim.
Back rim no on the 3 ball. Missed by Albison. Fast break. Pongyan. A miss but a foul. Drake, I believe.
Yeah, right on time.
Take another look at it.
Punyan's so good when he gets to the basket. You see just a little razzle-dazzle with the wraparound. Drake's timing was off.
Back rim no on number 1. Gemini White out. McKinney back in for the Lions. 1:15 left, late second. 1 out of 2.
Punyan's gonna have to take his time on his free throws. He's kind of been split all night. Knocking down a pair would be essential for the Lions.
Yeah, 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2, and 1 out of 2. Up the floor, Albison at the 110 mark.
See what Albison sets up for the Cardinals.
Deep J, Drake! 3-ball derby.
Not coming to play.
40-35, a kick out. And they reset. Now it's Pongyan. Albison defending. Nobody wants to take it.
Very passive. I don't think Punyan is going to be passive.
Spins it in. That was clutch. 40-37, 30 seconds to go in the half. Remember, Lauren Goodman will be speaking with the head coaches at the intermission. Albison tripped up, going to the bucket hard.
That was an easy call. Coach Gill trying to talk to his team about the reset. Getting it in. Trying to find that one guard that gets some eye contact with the coach so he can tell us what to run and what to do right now.
Both teams in the double bonus, 10 fouls each. That's a ton.
A ton.
Good on number 1. Let's take a look at the replay here.
And just a little reach in by Mr. Jamil.
1 down, 1 to go. McCurdy in, Vakas out for McClatchy. Number 2, also Sweet Money. Albison really putting on a show.
Really is. I like this kid.
42-37. Gemini White checks back in, replacing McKinney for the Lions.
And just a junior. All the key pieces returning.
Pongyan, defended by Albison. There's a battle right there. Riding him all the way up the court. 15 seconds. Pongyan. They spread the offense. Drive it. Runner missed. Air ball. Coleman. 1 second. A miss. And there is the halftime buzzer.
42, Lions 37.
And an exciting half here with Laguna Creek taking a 42-37 lead. Lots of scoring, lots of fouls, lots of turnovers up and down. And Lauren Goodman will be visiting with our respective head coaches during this intermission. And I'm quite sure they'll have some significant things to say. And we'll hear first from Laguna Creek Cardinals head coach Mike Gill, whose team is on top by 5 here at the break. So let's go ahead and divert our attention down to floor level, and Lauren Goodman standing by with Laguna Creek head coach Mike Gill. Goody?
Well, Coach Gill, you guys got a 5-point lead. How you feeling about your team right now?
I think we started the game really good. I don't think we've had a 24-point first period this season, but we definitely, things got tighter in the second half. My concern is we're starting to get stretched on defense, and number 5 is getting, multiple guys are getting to the rack without, we like to crowd the floor, so that's the concern. We got to do a better job of that.
Going into the locker room right now, what's the conversation with your team like?
Try to get that first period energy back. I mean, there was a lot. I mean, I think we got flat. Maybe we spent a little too much. Maybe we could do a breather, but just encourage them, tell them to stay positive. The momentum is on our side, and we're playing good basketball. Just some fixes on the defensive end, continue to box out and control the rebound situation. I think we'll be good.
Awesome, Coach. Sounds good. Good luck in the second half. Will.
Thank you, Goody. Yes, still optimistic, still ever confident. Head coach Mike Gill, whose team has forged a 5-point cushion here at the intermission. And I imagine this game is going to stay tight the entire time. 42-37. And it would be interesting to be in the locker rooms at this point in time and hear what the discussion is. But let's take a little break and come on back and reset for you here for more of Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices.
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie. Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Hi, I'm Lourdes Stefan, host of Univision's Sal y Pimienta. Cancer doesn't just change the way you feel, it changes the way you look. From losing your hair, even your eyebrows, to changes in your skin and nails, cancer treatment can rob you of your confidence and self-esteem. But Look Good, Feel Better changes all that. More than 800,000 women have learned how to address the appearance side effects of cancer treatment through our workshops. Visit lookgoodfeelbetter.org to find a free workshop near you. Let Look Good, Feel Better help you feel like you again.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Well, it's good to have you with us this evening for Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. This is the nightcap of our twin bill, the boys' side of the ledger. And right now, host Laguna Creek on top 42-37. Lauren Goodman, high scoring, lots of fouls.
Actually right now, and they're going to have to lower that. If it was me right now, I'd be talking to the coaches about minimizing my fouls. A lot of free throws, more than we saw in the girls' game for sure. But Coach is 100% right. They got flat, and a lot of it was because they took Drake out. Albason's been playing solid and stepping up, but Drake was all of their offense and consistency. Pretty much he has a height advantage over everybody that plays from McClatchy, so he had better vision. They took him out of the game, and look what happened. So they may need to have some more in the Drake tank, but I think if you're the Lions, you're going to have to continue to fight and scrap. And Coach Greer knows that that's what his team has to do to be in ball games. They have to play feisty, and they have to not beat themselves. That's a big part of the McClatchy success. So hopefully both locker rooms are talking about how they can improve, really making small adjustments, because they played a pretty solid first half. Small adjustments would be key right now to win.
Well, twice McClatchy has come up off the deck from large deficits. 21-9 and 31-20, and they have closed within 5 now and have been closer than that just recently. But Drake's 21 was a huge statement. Let's take a look at the first half stats compiled by Dave Larson, and here we are with the numbers, Goody.
Well, looky there. What do we have here? Lions leading in the field goals, but the Cardinals leading in the free throws, 63%. Could be a little bit better. Field goals for threes, pretty average, about the same, but Cardinals in a big advantage in the rebounding. They've been aggressive, but they have a height advantage, so they can do that in a fair, even break with 3 turnovers apiece.
Good shooting from the field, shaky from the foul line, both teams. But I think it sets us up for what should be an excellent second half. Individually speaking, for McClatchy, they got 9 points off the bench from Gemini White, 8 more from late starting Jamil Pongyan, and they spread it out beautifully. Another 7 from Martinez, half a dozen from Ramsey, 5 from McCurdy. Great balance, and Bacchus gave them a bucket. They shot 10 for 17, as we see there. And for Laguna Creek, after Drake's 21, they did get a beautiful spark from Albason, 11 points, 9 of those coming in the second quarter, 5 from Radford, and then some chump change for 3 other players to account for their 42. They were 10 of 16, so we had a 10 of 17 and a 10 of 16 from the stripe. Big rebounding edge. McClatchy getting rebounded here to the tune of 12-5 in that first half. But the 5-point cushion, certainly appreciated, I'm sure, by Coach Gill, but at one time it was 12, and another occasion it was an 11-point advantage. As we see Lauren Goodman escorting Coach Anton Greer of McClatchy to the interview site here, as we're late in the intermission, winding down, but this crowd has stayed strong and loud after that heart stopper in the girls game when Laguna Creek, number 2, defeated top-ranked McClatchy in a thriller, 59-55. Let's go ahead and turn our attention to Lauren Goodman with Coach Greer. Goody?
Coach, a lot of time in the locker room talking to your team. What was the conversation like?
Just about rebounding and taking care of the ball. We're making some mistakes as far as defensive pressure, and we're leaving their best scorer open, and so we're going to make some changes in the second half.
Well, Coach, you had a good run to lead into the halftime. Good luck in the second. Will.
Thanks, Goody. Well, strategic, I suppose, is the concern there. But this has been a very good ball game of streaks and runs, as we expected, and certainly another half to come. But I'm just so impressed with Caleb Drake of Laguna Creek and his flurry in the first half, particularly the 16 points in the first quarter. And he finished the half with 21, and he has ruined, he has crushed McClatchy, as we see some highlight reel for Caleb Drake. Last year he hit 28 and 18 Right now, he's got 21 in the first half. Turnaround jump shot, sweet money.
He might be one of the most deadly players I've seen this year. And I've seen a lot of basketball, but his height and his ability, showing it inside out. Want to see a little bit more defense. You know, I want to see if he's a total package, but he's putting in that work on the offensive side, and every shot's been pretty sweet. As you see him here on the ISO at the top. Oh, too much space. Give me that. Oh, net. Give
me that.
It wasn't like it was a clanker. Then he comes back again. Oh, another sweet touch.
I mean, he had so much daylight. There was not a defender there within an arm and a reach.
And Coach Greer made a significant point. We got to stop the best player. I don't think you can stop him, but you got to minimize his touches and his looks. And he's getting a lot of space to do whatever he literally wants.
Yes. And with a history of ruining them with scoring. Both
Very
clubs
much true.
back out to the gym getting final instructions from their respective head coaches. This has been a wild one tonight here at Laguna Creek High School. This, the nightcap of our twin bill. And Laguna Creek will come out to the floor holding a 5-point margin. But McClatchy will have the rock to start the second half. Pongyan will inbound at midcourt just in front of us.
And I know there'll be adjustments. Coach Jeff Oda stayed and is coaching on the bench right now, so he's a mastermind of finding flex offense, and hopefully they'll make some adjustments.
Vacas a bullet off the glass, and Drake takes it on the run. 1 against 3 and slows it. Albasan to Radford. The power forward drives, shoots, and scores.
Devontae Radford.
As you said, an excellent physical specimen.
Yeah.
Short by comparison to power forwards, but muscular and strong. Ramsey runner comes off long, scrap for the loose ball. Radford's got it. 44-37. Laguna Creek in control. Marr, here's Drake, short this time. Rebound to Pongyan. Waits for help. Martinez sees the opening and drives it and draws a foul. Marr is going to get clipped, as you see Coach Greer up off that McClatchy bench. Third foul on Marr, sending Martinez to the line where he's 3 out of 4 tonight. 4 out of 5. 44-38. Ahmad Martinez, all net, gets a pair. 44-39. Some token pressure applied by Pongyan here on Albasan. Crafty guard, good handles. Deep J, a miss from outside. Follow up, down. Radford. (46-39). Back cut, Martinez missed the layup.
Extremely good find. He has to make that one.
Marr on the point, sends it to Drake, defended by Martinez. Looping pass, here's Marr, a miss, offside glass. Got a rebounding foul. Radford, I guess. Three fouls on Radford now. That's an area of concern.
And they called changed the foul to Ramsey.
How? To who? Wow! How about that? If that's the case, he's got 4.
And he's going to have to come out.
Yes, he did. Inbound to Drake. Well, I missed that play entirely. All right, Martinez after him. Drake has a step. The runner comes off long. He rebounds it, and we got a whistle and a held ball tie-up signaled by referee Brian Broadway. Drake took a shot off the noggin there.
He did.
Rub it out. Albazan will inbound under the bucket. Drake to Marr. Pongyan defending Albazan. Now Marr on the point. Gemini White defending. Still 13 on the shot clock. Long shot missed by Marr, out of the pack. Pongyan, layup, Gemini White.
That was a good box outing sequence that led to that transition bucket. Sometimes you just got to secure the rebound and then be able to push in transition.
Well, Laguna had extra chances to stretch the lead, but they could not. And McClatchy draws closer at 46-41. Shaky pass inside. Wow. Cardinals catch a break and will retain possession. Baseline inbound will come from Drake. He lobs out high. Albazan with Gemini White defending. Now here's Drake on Martinez. Albazan left wide open, down!
3 for Gavin Albazan.
Easy money for him.
Yes, it was. 49-41. Let's see if McClatchy can answer. Pongyan misses the tough shot, rolls in. Forgive me, that was beautiful. That had some overspin on it, didn't it?
Shooter's roll, I guess.
Pongyan. 10 points in the game now. Drake. Leaves it short, but Radford's right there. Now he's been a force in the rebounding department. 6 points in the quarter, 11 for the game. Gemini White looks hungry. The runner pops off and Radford boards it. Poor outlet, picked off. Martinez, short. Boy, they needed that one.
Trying to get a dunk leak out, didn't work for Drake. Now White's guarding him.
Left open, Drake, short that time,
Settling
over the
for
back.
Jump shots. Settling for jump shots. You just can't. You can't be that good unless you're tired. Settling for jump shots. You gotta take what you get. I think he had a fadeaway jump shot, some twos, as you see Coach Gill looking on with frustration. Hopefully fatigue is not a factor, but he's gonna have to make better decisions in his scoring if he wants his team to break away. They've kept it at bay, but with his scoring ability, they can really break out and dominate in this game.
Well, Aaron Parrish checks back in, a usual starter, but he's been weakened with an illness this week, getting just spot play. Albazan defending Pongyan. There it is, the big guy. Oh my goodness, he missed from in close. Who wants it? Marr grabs it. That's the first appearance we've seen from Vicente Hernandez. Speed low.
And partially because there's a lot of speed. He's probably the biggest person in the gym right now. So he's going to have to stay solid in the middle and just be a defensive stopper and help them rebound.
Radford's bank pops out and Hernandez boards it. Quickly up the floor, Martinez explodes but misses, follow-up down, Vicente Hernandez.
And that's exactly why he's in the game right now. Good call by the coaching staff over there at McClatchy, finding a way to get him in at some moments because you can't just let that hype and that talent sit on the bench, and he can't play.
Radford from the baseline on a fadeaway. He's playing big in this game, 8 points in the quarter as they answer that last bucket. Whistle and a foul on the Pongyan drive. So let's take a look. Devontae Radford.
He has everything in the inside when he wants to score. Nice little soft fadeaway, get that little 4 to 5 footer, shot it over the top of Hernandez's hands.
After getting hand swiped 3 times. First one good.
Returning from lanes, number 2, Carter Miles. For Cardinals, number 00.
Substitution, McClatchy. Carter Miles checks in, number 2, replacing Martinez. Number 2 on the way, also good. Excellent at the foul line is Pongyan. Cardinals up 6, late third at the 2:25 mark. Here's Coleman to Radford. Spin on Miles, back rim no. Hernandez with the defensive glass.
You see them trying to move the ball around to find some gaps.
Tough luck on that drive. Drake wraparound, pushes it, takes it strong, down!
Get a layup. That's all you needed to do, get to the basket. The jump shot might not fall, but the layups and the free throws are all night.
Gemini White, soft touch high off the glass.
Nobody wants to play defense tonight. We just gonna go full court all night. Here we go, one full court layup behind the back. That was nice. Take his time. Oh, let me get to the rack with ease, please.
Caleb Drake.
Then he slices that one in and then gives up a full coast-to-coast layup on the way back. So we got to give up some stops. It's a lot of scoring going on in this game right now. Not a lot of defense, so it might be a scoring battle all the way out.
It's kind of looking that way, huh, Goody?
Yeah. And, you know, I'm a lover of defense. I love to see some good defensive intensity plays, but right now we see the best players are pretty much taking the ball and going all the way coast to coast. As we look at right now, the Laguna Creek huddle, getting the water, getting hydrated. They have a very set rotation, not a lot of depth overall as far as how many people play. So that means the top players have a lot of load. And they're going to have to be in shape. And you see right now the tight huddle of the Lions, getting instruction from Greer and Coach Oda.
Now, I could be mistaken, but I don't believe that score is correct. I think McClatchy might have 49. Drake wants to take it himself. Gemini White defending. Here's Coleman now. And a running layup by Radford. Well, he's having a big game. He's got 10 in the quarter. 15. Miles misses, one and done. Blocked by White, but loose ball shagged, and Lions maintain, or should say the Cardinals. Now here's a breakup and steal by White. 2 and 2. A dump off. Pongyan. Tough luck. Hernandez keeps it alive. The runner missed.
That was an easy bunny. He wants back.
Look out. A missed dunk by Drake.
Uh-oh.
Baseline drive. Yes. How about Miles? Miles. 57-50. Well.
And he had been waiting for one thing, and he did not capitalize on it.
30 seconds to go here in the third. Drake. Radford, no. Radford, yes. And he's wearing it out.
Big time quarter. I mean, he pretty much stops Drake, but
10 seconds. Drive on Coleman. Pongyan misses, got a whistle and a foul.
it's so funny when there's a foul and then the player that fouled is always like, how? What did I do? I didn't do anything. What? I fouled?
In the old days, it used to be, I never touched him.
The confusion face of, what did I do wrong?
He's good on number one. We'll take a look at it, of course.
Nice, good hezzy.
Oh, he got him twice.
a lot, and then the hand go up. What happened? You fouled him twice, and we let you go at one, but now we got him on the second one.
That's right. 2 out of 2 for Pongyan. 59-52, 5 seconds. Can they get up a shot? Drake tied up. And a timeout taken by Coach Gill with 3 seconds left in the quarter.
Did not look like he wanted to take the timeout.
No, he still regrets it.
It was 3 seconds left. Let him throw the ball out. Worst case scenario, he gets a layup. He's still up by 5. So, and you see Coach Greer instructing right now Hernandez, because it's key where he's at, where he plays, and how he rotates right now is key on if he plays any more in the rest of this game and how he can play for the rest of the game. He has to know where he needs to be. He has to rebound. And you see Coach Greer talking specifically to Hernandez that whole timeout. Coach Gill on the other side, what are you going to drop right now? Are you going to drop and play seriously? No, we want to inbound the ball and let's just let this quarter end out. While we're on top, let's not make any extra mistakes, because then the timeout will be for a waste. Let's just secure the basketball inbound. If we get a Hail Mary shot from half court, perfect, but let's get into the fourth quarter with a lead.
You got to say, McClatchy's got colorful footwear. Gold, turquoise, red. Okay, here's Coleman. That is a buzzer ending the third. 59-52. Laguna Creek on top. We will be right back for fourth quarter drama.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Well, we have been treated to some outstanding and exciting basketball this evening in both ends of our doubleheader. In the opener, a girls battle, #1 versus #2, and host Laguna Creek came up big with a 4-point win over previous #1 McClatchy. And here after 3 quarters, looks like they're trying to make it a sweep as the boys team on top over McClatchy, 59-52. In that third quarter, McClatchy is 6 for 6 from the foul line, and compared to Laguna Creek not getting there at all.
Yeah, Laguna Creek is not attacking though. They're shooting jump shots, which is why you don't see them. Other than Radford, nobody's getting to the basket, and that's going to be a big, big impact in how they separate right now. Somebody else is going to have to figure out how to get into the offensive scoring floor.
Here we go, starting the fourth. Pongian with the rock, defended by Marr. High post, Martinez, a bad pass into the post, picked off. If that was the set play, it was poorly executed. He telegraphed it from here to there. Here's Drake now, defended by Martinez. Albasan, feed low. A travel, but no call. It's a turnover. Miles to Martinez on Drake. Yes!
Martinez is not afraid.
Whistle and a foul. Martinez. Yeah, let's take a look at this drive off the feed.
Good find by Carter Miles. In transition, nice little double clutch. Drake didn't even try to block it, so go up and get an easy layup.
Gemini White defending Albasan up the floor. We're early here in the fourth. 5-point lead for Laguna Creek. Marr to Drake, turn and fire. Around and down. Soft touch 3 ball.
He was happy to see that one go in. A little rim on that one, but that's what happens when you're in the fourth.
Big shot from 5 to 8, 62-54. Gemini White to the middle, blocked away by Drake. It's a turnover. Now a loose ball here. They give it back, and Pongian sticks it in. That was big.
They needed that one just to keep it at bay. Can't give up a 3 and not get any points. So that was good play by Pongian. Easy
brush foul by White. Little overextended on the outstanding guard, Albison.
Returning for the Cardinals, number 25, Logan Shimatani.
Substitution, Laguna Creek. Perry sits down. They bring in their post player, Sumatani, early in the fourth. Marr, turn and look. Well, they're running some motion out here.
Taking a little time.
Marr, Drake after it. Tapped and out of bounds to Laguna.
Stay in Laguna. Nobody boxing out. A lot of tips, a lot of deflections, but nobody really securing. I think they had a couple of sequences where they had really strong box outs and then they were able to secure the basketball, but boxing out is so important.
Drake from deep range, a miss, showing signs of fatigue. They reload, here he comes down the slot, partially blocked, but he draws a foul on the play.
To the basket. Shot is not falling. When all else fails, get to the basket, young fella.
Vacas called for the foul. The foul situation has dropped way off. Just 4 fouls on each club after an explosive first half. Drake hits the first. Substitution, Hernandez in, Vacas out. Number 2, short this time. Hernandez rips it hard. Hernandez inside, misses in close, and Drake has the rebound.
Good strong move, just gotta have a little bit more oomph on that shot.
Albison backs out, restabilizes. White, aggressive on defense. Here's a double team, and they let it get through their fingers. That was a good gamble by Miles.
Jump ball, Cardinals possession.
Cardinals getting some decent breaks here with the arrow in their favor at the right time and a baseline call on the previous sequence. Drake looking exhausted now, ready to inbound midcourt far side.
The energy from McClatchy has made an impact. Those young guys, they're young. They just want to go be out there and be scrappy, and that's what they do really well.
Long inbound. Returned to Drake from Marcus Johnson, who sets a screen. Tapped away, a loose ball. Martinez after it. Layup, missed, but Drake slapped the board, and he's going to be called.
There was a lot of, I thought that was probably a goaltend. The hand collided at the rim, but they called a foul.
Yes, they called a foul. 3 on Drake. It places Martinez at the stripe. He drops number 1. He's excellent from up there. Six out of 7 on the evening from the stripe. 6 out of 8. Drake taps it. Albison has it. 6-point Laguna lead.
And they picked up the pressure a lot. McClatchy playing the man-to-man defense, trying to get all in it.
Radford leaves it low. And Sumatani has his first bucket on a nice dish. The lead is 8. Deep J, Miles, down! Boy, did they need that. I imagine Mike Gill thinking we just can't shake him.
And he shot it with confidence, and he was even ecstatic when it went in.
Here's a break up and steal. Layup good. Miles has come up huge. 65-62. Boy, did this tighten up.
In the balanced attacks.
Nearly a throwaway. Marr shags it and fires. Around and out, tough luck. Rebound pulled by Miles. He's been strong. 5 in the quarter. Martinez to the corner. Ramsey in and out. Tough luck. Drake comes flying out of the pack.
Seemed like the boys got a little softer touch from McClatchy than the girls had. A lot of shots going roll, bounce, and getting in there.
Boy, Radford was determined to get to the bucket that time. Closest distance between 2 points.
Yeah, drive to the rim and see if you can stop me. And Ramsey is out.
Yes, he just fouled out, and they will miss his services.
Too much reaching tonight. Coach really needed him. Obviously, they worked with some things, try to keep him in the game, but just too many quick fouls. Probably would have took him after the second, but he's done for the night.
Non-shooting, here comes Radford again. A wild flip, pops out, and Miles has the rebound. Here he comes, full speed, floor scattered. Gemini White, stop and go, layup, down!
Good change of speed by Gemini White. Up, press on the gas, hold it, press on the gas again.
65-64.
And here it is. Carter Miles pushes in transition, finds Gemini White. He finds it. Oh, stop and go. Show and go right there, looking real nice as he changes speeds.
Show and go. Radford caught holding the ball for 5 seconds, then a turnover. Wow.
And you got Drake, throw the ball up. Get the ball in, worst case scenario. We can't take a turnover on the out of bounds under the away team's basket.
Wide open, Miles fires, a miss this time. Drake with a key defensive board. Pushes hard, 1-on-4. Down!
He wasn't missing that one.
Boy, that was clutch. A defensive board, coast to coast, and a bucket in heavy traffic. Gemini White to Martinez, who lost the rock out of bounds.
Coaches in McClatchy wishing he had that play back.
There you see Coach Greer, hands on hips.
Hands on hips, you know what that means. What happened?
Albison. Marr, wild layup, no good. No one there to take the charge, huh?
Lions foul number 55, Vicente Hernandez, his first.
Well, Hernandez picks up his first foul.
That was a good foul. That's the person you want to get the foul on right there.
Evidently non-shooting. They'll inbound baseline right. Drake will probably send it in. 3:02 left and a 3-point lead for Laguna Creek. McClatchy just won't let go. They're going to stick around.
Absolutely. That's the type of McClatchy team you want to see. And they have more weapons and they have a balanced attack, more than they've ever had probably, because they really have weapons and youth. When you're that young, everybody else just got to kind of figure it out. And they kind of got a nucleus, but they're still building and they're still developing guys around them.
Marr, a miss. Another look at the play.
Drove really hard just to get the contact. Martinez had his hands down.
Second of 2 rattles home for Marr. 68-64. In heavy traffic. Wow, Miles has really been a force. 68-66.
7 1/4 is not bad. And he's playing with intensity. Now they're going to defense. I like it.
Take it strong, Radford.
Can't stop him.
Back at the other end, a hard drive by Pongin, who's hit hard and fouled.
There's Pongin again, finding a way to get to the rim, get some contact, get to that free throw line.
Sumatani commits his 3rd foul, placing Pongin at the stripe. Tonight, 7 out of 10, 8 of 11. This one was a hard drive and a hard foul. Boom. Bacchus in, Hernandez out for the Lions. 2:26 to go. Pongin trying to pull the Lions within 2 and does. 2 out of 2.
Perfect in the second half right now. He's really stepping up big.
Drake doubled. Albason has it. Feed low and a kick out. Marr left open, around and out. Up for the Glass Knights. Bacchus with the rebound.
Bacchus came right back in on time so he could get some rebounds because they need some rebounding ability. With Tommy in there, Drake in there, I mean, with Radford in there, they got some big bodies that are trying to rebound, but now that they make some adjustments, Bacchus comes right in and gets a strong rebound that the McClatchy Lions need.
1-1 for Gemini White. Critical free throws here with 2:10 left in this one. The slender swingman having a nice ball game tonight for Coach Greer's ball club. He'll get the bonus. He's got 16 points off the bench.
That's big. That
is huge. Down. Got them both. 70-70. And what have we got here? Drake and Martinez on the deck. McClatchy's got the basketball on a Laguna Creek turnover.
I thought Drake fell out of bounds and there was no call. So I was just waiting for the overturn.
A full timeout taken by Laguna Creek. It comes at the 2:08, and we are tied at 70. And McClatchy's relentless pursuit has finally pulled them even at 70-70. And on 3 previous occasions, they trailed by double digits.
Yeah, I have to commend the coaching staff right now at McClatchy and the players for just finding that toughness and really willing to battle it out and get into the nick of things, because they have not slowed down, not one bit, and they're really competitive, really trying to fight it out right now as they want to get this ball game. If they want to be in the mix of things, they're going to have to beat Laguna, and these are the games that I feel like are winnable, but you're going to have a challenge. Same way in the other side in the girls' game. Laguna had every opportunity to beat them. You just got to take advantage of your opportunities. So if the McClatchy Lions really want to be in the mix of the Metro, they've played an extremely tough preseason, so they have more than enough significant games on their schedule. They're going to have to go ahead and do something in the Metro, and why not? It's the strongest conference, one of these stronger conferences in the city, and this is where you get respect. Same on Laguna side. They want to be a factor. They're going to have to win games like this.
Here we go, in close, a miss by Bacchus. The follow-up miss.
That was a good out-of-bounds play by Coach Greer and Coach Oda.
Less than 2 minutes remaining. We're tied at 70 in this boys' battle. Radford down. Are they going to count it? They surely do.
A lot of continuation buckets I've been seeing in high school lately.
3 fouls now on Pongyan, and here's another look.
He just went to the right hard. Pongyan pushed him.
And he completes the 3-point play. Radford now with 22 points. Loose ball picked up by Miles. Loses it again, a turnover. Radford, yes!
Playing big time.
Lions foul number 5, Camille Pongyan, his 4th, team 8.
And he's coming down full steam. You can't stop that.
4 fouls on Pongyan, and Radford is having quite a ball game. Got it. A minute and a half left. Still time for McClatchy. Here's Miles working with Pongyan. Drive it. The runner no good, but a whistle and a foul. Perhaps Sumatani. We'll wait for the Brian Broadway call. Coleman. 3 on Coleman. but it places Pongyan at the stripe. He hit 2 out of 2 a short time ago. He's got 9 free throws on the evening. No good on number 1.
And they needed that one badly right there, so clock stop. Free throws being taken, got to make that one.
One out of 2. Timeout taken. McClatchy calls for it. And we'll see what they've got left, whether it's a full. Well, that'll give me a chance to remind you that the hometown sports game of the week in Elk Grove this evening might just wind up in Elk Grove next week. Ah, how about that? Back to boys action. The Jesuit Marauders going south of the border to face the Herd. What do you think, Goody?
Well, the big-time guard, Issa Silva from the Marauders, is going to lead the way as they got a victory over CO tonight. And Elk Grove, with their combination of a star-studded sophomore, end up beating Davis tonight at Elk Grove. So we're going to have a battle. 2 of the top Delta teams. I'm extremely excited about seeing these 2 teams play. Elk Grove has got a ton of wins over big-time teams in the city this year. I think they'll finish out this week at 15-2, and they're going to be at the top of the top 10 rankings next week.
Wow, that's impressive. Albasan will inbound for Laguna Creek. 1:22 left and a 5-point cushion right now held by Laguna Creek. Here's Coleman with White chasing him. Layup down! Wow, nobody stopped the ball.
No slowing down on that one. I'm going to just go to the rim myself.
Pongyan, no good. Tough luck. Coleman out of the pack. White is back. Wild layup missed, and it's a travel and a turnover.
Extra step after the pickup.
A 7-point lead and a minute to go. A little overzealous, maybe.
Just a little bit. But I like the first one. Good take. A little bit more heads up on the second one, but that was a good finish.
Less than a minute now. McClatchy's going to need to get their shots up. Drake defending. It's a whistle and a foul.
And they got to go. A little too patient on that last execution before Martinez put it on the ground, put it on the deck and try to get there.
4 fouls on Drake. Martinez to the stripe, trying to pull the Lions closer with the clock stopped, and does. It's had a nice ball game. 13 points, 14 points, and they answer. 5-point Laguna lead, 48 seconds. Trouble on the inbound. Just into Drake, ahead to Coleman.
Can't let it out the corner.
Around the corner, skip it to Albasan with Miles out there on him. Here's the double.
And they got to get 5-second counts. We got to get closer to the defender right now.
Pongyan just fouled out. The second Lion to be disqualified. It comes at the 31-second mark. And Radford to the line where he has done a nice job after missing his first 2 of the evening. He's connected on 5 out of 6 since then. One and one. 9th team foul, both clubs with 9. Time running out on the Lions. Levani Radford, big game tonight, misses the front end, leaving the door open for McClatchy. Lions need to fast break everything they can get their hands on right now. White, back rim, no. Albasan. Radford's going to attack and score. Martinez down. 3 ball. $80-76. Laguna Creek up 4 with just 3 seconds left, and as you thought, Goody, high scoring.
High scoring. Hasn't been a defensive stop or defense that I've been impressed of yet, so. If you're a Cardinal right now, you're loving it. Today was the best day. Today was early Christmas.
Albason slap of the ball, defended by Miles at the baseline, snaps it in to Radford, and that is game ball. This one is in the book, and it's a high-scoring 80-76 victory for Mike Gill's Laguna Creek Cardinals, improving now to 6-13 and 2-1 in Metro. And a tough luck loss for Anton Greer and the Lions as they slip now to 9-11 and 1-3 in Metro.
And that's tough, but I think you grow up every game, you find ways every game. Coach Gill talked about it too, just being very impressed with his team and how they've been playing and developing. So you're gonna have ups and downs in the Metro. Every night's gonna be a battle when you're in that middle to the end of the pack, so it's just hard work.
Well, one thing Coach Greer can smile about, his 3 top scorers in this game, 19 for Pongian, 17 each for Martinez and White. They're all underclassmen, so his cupboards are going to remain fully stocked for a while.
Yes.
When we come back, we will continue with our post-game segment. Lauren will be visiting with our players of the game and winning coach if they are present. That being said, don't wander off. Stay with us. We'll be back after this break.
These are cool. Did you,
Bye-bye. Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help.
You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home.
I blew on him.
Selfie. Nailed it.
Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
The verdict is in, and the decision is final this evening in Elk Grove, where a doubleheader was played rather spectacularly here at Laguna Creek High School, and it was the home team taking both games in the opener. The number 2 ranked Cardinals stopped top-ranked McClatchy, 59-55, and just concluded a wild shootout here in the boys' game with Laguna Creek finally prevailing by a final count of 80-76 in a ball game that featured lots of outstanding individual performances, Goody.
Oh, yeah. I told you, Will, I've been watching a lot of basketball and a lot of individual players, and there's a lot of talent around the city. And there's a lot of teams that are not losing anybody. They're keeping a lot of these loads. And I'm looking at this Laguna Creek team really developed. They had some pieces last year, but they really were able to put them together this year. And I feel like they're growing. And the same with McClatchy. They're growing. And I think everybody is just so caught up in their wins, and they want to play big teams. And we want to be Sheldon, and we want to be all these type of top-notch teams. But I think you need to own your level and slowly matriculate and grow into your program. And sometimes you got to win with the kids that you got, and I think both teams have kids that are neighborhood kids, and they're just getting better. So I'm really proud of the show out tonight from both teams, boys and girls.
Well, they definitely demonstrated the qualities of a winning program. They were clutch enough at the right times to hold leads and get stops and play tough enough to win. And that's a tribute to the coaching staff and these young athletes growing and maturing more. Lots of individual heroics, and we made our selections for players of the game, and though many more could be in this graphic, Gemini White distinguished himself tonight with 17 off the bench and played clutch ball on the defensive end as well. And for a victorious Laguna Creek, the 1-2 punch of Caleb Drake and Devonnie Radford was lethal.
Too much.
Specifically 29 for Drake, who in his last 3 games against McClatchy has gone 18, 28, 29. There's your ouch. And for Radford, a probable career high 27, 22 coming in the second half. And he was relentless, driving to the bucket with power drives, but soft touch when he got there.
Yeah, Coach talked about it. Very surprised about his team. He didn't get the scoring that he thought he was going to get from probably Drake the rest of the game because he came out so on fire. But I thought Radford stepped up really big, went on a pretty much a 12-0 run by himself in the third quarter. That's a lot of points to score in the third. So I feel like their balanced attack, they got some weapons that could be really interesting in the Metro this year.
They could cause problems to the leaders for sure. And McClatchy's got weapons too. Individually speaking, they got 19 out of their point guard, Pongyan, and 17 each from Martinez and White. And 9 off the bench beautifully late in the game for Carter Miles.
Yeah, I think they're just learning their pieces. And all those kids that you just said are sophomores. So it's just scary if you can consistently do that, which they did in the Cordova Christmas Classic. They've done that all year. To score 17 to 19 points a game as a sophomore, I mean, the potential of sky's the limit. And, I mean, just to think about it on the other side, those are sophomores too. So we got some problems for some people.
And also in that individual category for Laguna Creek, we mentioned the 29 for Drake, 27 for Radford. Great floor game tonight for Gavin Albison. I don't think he had a single turnover tonight.
No.
His passing was crisp, and he had 14 points while running the show. And here's the final numbers compiled by Dave Larson.
Pretty good. Good job, Dave. Laguna, you see, had the edge all the way down, shooting 50%, 60% from the free throw line. That's pretty good. Both teams, I think, they got the right people to the line at the right time. Three-pointers pretty even, but the rebounding factor was so key to the Laguna Creek Cardinals. I mean, they did it for the boys and the girls. They got a lot of size, and rebounding is a focal point. A lot of teams don't focus on rebounding, but that's a difference maker, and 28 rebounds is extremely big.
Well, that's the way our nightcap shakes out this evening at Laguna Creek High School, 80-76. The boys prevailing after the girls stopping top-ranked McClatchy in our opener. And next week, a Delta destination.
It's going to be a good one.
A journey from Carmichael to the Grove because Jesuit will be south of the border taking on the Herd. I think we're going to see some new star power down there.
Absolutely. I think everybody, Coach Monday, moving things around, really trying to figure out how he's going to get this Herd team to the right position. And then also Coach Kelly on the other side, he's really been focusing up. He's in these coaches in the Delta are really battle forward. They understand every week is a game, and we're going in with the star-studded national talent, Issa Silva. He's going to be on display. But there's a great sophomore that plays for Elk Grove as well that's been impressive. He impressed us last year as a freshman when we got to see them play, and he's playing big again this year.
Oh, you're not going to want to miss that one. A couple of super-duper star power individuals in next week's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Tonight, though, at Laguna Creek, a sweep for the Cardinals, 59-55 for the girls, and in the nightcap, 80-76 for the boys. Many thanks to Laguna Creek Athletic Director John Ussery and his staff for their thoughtful accommodations and broadcast arrangements. Tip of the cap to Game Director Nick Dunn. A big thanks to our official statistician Dave Larson, and always my kindest regards to my partner here, Lauren Goodman, and wonderful job by the entire Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew. I'm Will James. We thank you for joining us tonight and extend, as usual, our standard invitation, which of course will play out to another exciting game, and a pleasure to cross your path again. I'm Will James. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next time we hit the crossroads. So long, everyone.
This program from Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is available for purchase on DVD. For more information, call Access Sacramento, 916-456-8600, extension 0. This has been a Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast from Access Sacramento. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community, Folsom Lake Honda.